On today's show, Minnesota's fishing opener from a little different perspective. This crew traded in the walleye weekend for their own special trip.
Yeah. Whoa!
We tag along with a group of birdie fans who find an urban sanctuary in a most unexpected place.
Robin?
Plus, we take a walk in the park in Minnesota's slightly forgotten state park.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hey everybody, Laura, Millie and I welcome you to Minnesota Bound.
You know, when we talk about Minnesota's walleye opener, we tend to conjure up visions of piles of boats, maybe some wicked weather in there, and some fish in the net.
Way we love it. You know, it is a Minnesota tradition, but we met one crew kicking the opener norms. Not all walleye opener traditions look alike.
We are about like 2 miles south of Wabasha, right on the main channel of the Mississippi.
It's our annual camping trip we've been doing for probably 10, 12 years now.
Kind of the first time out, first time on the water.
We camp out, so we just throw our tents and sit in a chair and fish all day.
It's kind of become a tradition for us, and you know, kind of look forward to it and get just a chance to catch up and see what all of us have done over the winter.
There we go.
These anglers gave up busy opening weekend boat ramps for a sandy river beach. A spot full of memories and treasure.
What?
And a cool name to boot.
Oh, there, I see it. So ZukeFest was kind of just created with my brother Zach.
It's so hot.
My name Luke. Our grandma, she used to always get us mixed up and she would always say Zuke. We started coming out here, we just figured it'd be fun just to call it ZukeFest.
A weekend that, this year, looks a little different.
Bringing my son out here for the first time, having him experience what I love out here.
You want to touch it?
You can't put a price on that.
No, I don't.
All right. I've been waiting like year after year after year, like, is he ready? Is he ready? No, he's not. No, he's not, you know? And finally, this is a year where, okay, we're just gonna pull the trigger.
Really important. Try to teach them what we've learned, and maybe they'll take us out when we're old, so.
Hey, you been having fun? Yeah? What do you think of this crazy place?
Cool.
Is it cool?
Cool, even on the hottest day of spring.
I feel like there's a good one hiding right here.
We'll fish for about anything out here. Northern pike, largemouth, smallmouth.
The act of fishing leads to traditional opener fodder.
I just had one come up and hit mine.
Oh, why'd you want to go? He just came back for it too.
Getting smarter. Maybe we're getting dumber.
A lot of excuses, you know, typically from Joel. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me, man. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Luke and I are pretty competitive, and that's kind of fun.
All right, Joel. This is it. Oh, yeah. Got him. Yeah. Whoa, that's cool. It's just something different about the river. Come on here, girl. Compared to just a lake, I always just feel more energy. Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good size.
A little wider.
You never know what you're gonna catch out here. You know, it could be something giant, it could be something small, you know, so. And it's just really pretty down here. Well, you know, that's a pretty fish too. 3 keepers and a live well, so that means that we're eating fish tonight. What do you think of that? Yeah? Touch him.
Is he alive?
Well, he is for right now. It's always fun to look forward to trying to get some fresh fish, you know, cooking some fish over the fire. Almost breaded that. Yeah, I do. What is that, like an hour and 45 minutes from river to stomach? That's pretty good.
satisfaction of opening weekend.
Hanging out, enjoying great Minnesota outdoors.
It's a clamshell that I found.
Defined by individual tradition versus a date on any calendar.
For us, it happens to be fathers and sons out together. Truly, like, that'll be something he'll remember for the rest of his life.
Coming up, bird watching in a most unusual outdoor destination.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Ice Castle Fish House and RV, Leech Lake Area Tourism, and by Coors Light.
Spring is a great time for bird watching, and Minnesota, of course, has wonderful bird habitat, but we found one unique place in an urban sanctuary that you may not have thought of.
When in search of birds to watch, we may think of the old reliables as far as birdie habitat. You know, state parks, a wildlife refuge perhaps, even our own backyards. But one location that may not come to mind rests quietly, very quiet, here in the heart of Minneapolis.
Lakewood is really excited to open our doors and invite the community to come and join us for a lot of different events.
Lakewood Cemetery is an urban sanctuary, 250 acres of park-like grounds and known as Minneapolis's most glamorous graveyard.
It is not just for people who have family buried at Lakewood. That's a pretty common misconception. We get a lot of community members that come and just walk through and enjoy being in the outdoor space.
It all started with Lakewood turning 150 years old last year, and to celebrate, they came up with an Explore Lakewood concept, where anyone can come and explore and reflect in a quiet space surrounded not only by history and art, but some of nature's own feathered treasures. Lakewood got in touch with the vice chair of the Minneapolis Audubon chapter, and the first Cemetery Bird Club began.
Hi, I'm Amy. Who is new to birding? So my mission is to kind of get kids and adults, because once you get the kids, you get the parents usually, excited about birds, because once you are interested in something, you care about it, and once you care about it, you want to protect it. We're going to stay mostly on the road, so just be respectful of where we walk. Birding's all about habitat, habitat, habitat. If you don't have the right habitat, you don't have the birds. Cemeteries are great because it's a lot of open space. There's usually a lot of trees. And, sorry. There's our, yay, turkey vulture! So we can get a variety of habitat. If you do see a really large dark raptor in Minnesota, it's probably a juvenile bald eagle. We do have golden eagles, but they're kind of rare. Cormorants. So usually they have a sloppier V than geese, but these guys are really neat and tidy. A blue jay is calling. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Robin. You see all the mucked up grass, and that's actually, there's a flock of wild turkeys in Lakewood right now. And this is a really natural behavior, right? They're digging up, they're looking for stuff to eat. So it seems very destructive to us, but it's just turkeys being turkeys.
The Lakewood birding event sold out so quickly, they now offer it once a month, from April to June, and then again September to October.
I kind of want to create the next generation, or inspire, the next generation of conservationists and naturalists. People are really going to make that change and care about the planet and about birds and just get them outdoors and excited.
Lakewood and its birds appear to inspire and educate generations, past and present. But above all else, to remember.
Still ahead, a beautiful adventure on a lake with a not-so-pretty name. But first, we take a walk in a lush Minnesota park tucked tightly away in Bluff country.
Closed captioning provided by Star Bank.
If you have not visited Minnesota's Bluff country, you are missing out on one of the prettiest parts of our state. Don't believe me? Well, it's time to take a walk in this park.
We sit in the Blufflands landscape region, or the driftless area, and as you can see, the bluffs here are about 400 feet high. I'm Ann Selness, and I am the park manager here at Beaver Creek Valley and at Great River Bluff State Parks. I believe there's 1,200 acres in the statutory boundary, and we own about 900. This park was started in 1936, and all the local residents used to come to the Big Spring area for picnics. 400 people would be here for a Sunday afternoon picnic. It's pretty interesting. So this is the Big Spring, and there's usually lots of trout right down in there. I can't see any right from up here.
Yeah, and the kids love to get in the water, but it's 42 degrees, so they don't stay in there very long, but it's still fun.
So Beaver Creek starts up at the Big Spring, and it just runs all the way through the park, about 2 miles. There's various good-sized pools for fishing. We have native brook and brown trout. The fishing is good. There's a lot of fish in the stream. People are happy fishing here. We also have people who come for bird watching. The bird variety here is astounding. The rare birds in the park are the Louisiana water thrush, which nests along the stream, cerulean warbler, and Acadian flycatcher. Yeah, the spring wildflowers are pretty awesome as well. For its size, this park is the most biologically diverse state park in the system. There's 27 rare species here. For a park that's only about 900 acres, that's really astounding. It's very pristine and peaceful, and I think that's why we're getting so many repeat visitors. Camping's a real favorite. We have 51 campsites.
Wonderful. It's just midweek we have it to ourselves, basically. We're the BMW Motorcycle Owners Club of Minnesota. We're all retired and doing a midweek camp out.
You know, a lot of state parks, you can be out in the prairie and the wind starts blowing and these tents won't take it, but down here you're protected.
We do have 8 miles of trails. This trail going straight ahead is the Beaver Creek Trail, and it's everybody's favorite trail because it follows the stream for 1.5 miles. Hello. You're on a good trail. There's a nice overlook at the top. We're about 400 feet up right now. The view from the top is worth your hike.
Celebrating our anniversary, 13 years.
Yep. We've hiked every trail here in the last 4 days. And, it's beautiful.
And this is one we haven't been to before. We even have the state park map at home. If you do want to get a workout, you can hit a lot of the little tails that spin off.
They're a little more, uphill, a little more steep than what we're used to, but it's a good workout. It's really been peaceful the last few days.
Hello. Good, how are you guys? Did you go all the way to the end?
We went just about, yeah.
Nice. I love all the flowers, and I like to see when the insects start coming, and people are excited to get back in the park. Camping starts. And people love this park. They're surprised when they come and say, oh my gosh, it's my new favorite park now. It's beautiful here in the park.
Straight ahead, we go back in time to visit one of Lake of the Woods' lesser-known fishing holes.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Oreo Cookies and Ritz Crackers, Mountain Dew, and by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Up next, we go back to the year 2007.
The year Ron Shera explored a Lake of the Woods destination very few people ever get to.
As Jerry Seinfeld once said, sometimes a place is less traveled for a reason. The reason here is, well, it's a lake called Rat Trap. Not a particularly pretty name, although Rat Trap's walleyes seem to be made of solid gold.
There we go.
There's a little guy sitting right there.
Now, to find this less traveled hotspot, well, somebody has to take you there. The journey begins in a maze of islands and water known as Lake of the Woods. Perched on the Minnesota-Ontario border, Lake of the Woods is a 14,000 island wonderland. Any angler could be happy here.
There you go.
The smallmouth are plump, walleyes are tasty, and if you're lucky, a giant of fresh water, a muskie, may strike. Yet it's the lake called Rat Trap that beckons this time, a lake hidden by Lake of the Woods, a lake less traveled. Led by guide Pete Corky, we wind amid the island maze, finally reaching a hidden bay. From there, it's foot power over a portage trail laced with wilderness treats, wild raspberries, and scenic waterfalls. After a 1-mile hike, we reached the shores of Rat Trap, transferred our gear into small fishing boats, and began a slow trip through lily pads and muck to reach the lake less traveled. A few casts into Rat Trap and the mystery was gone. Somewhere on Lake of the Woods, we were headed for a lake less traveled, all right, one that was filled with hungry walleyes.
There we go.
That one. There's nobody here, the fishing's good. Fishing's really good.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
It also was a lesson about the nose of a walleye.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that go.
A lead head jig tipped with live bait was the key.
Oh, he got loose. This is a catch and release lake. It's all catch and release. And you don't release your minnows into the lake live. We don't want to alter the lake. We want to keep it pristine the way it is, all natural. You come in here to have fun. You want to be able to do this in 10 years. They're still going to be here because nobody takes them.
It was as if every walleye was made from the same golden mold.
Look at there. It just looks like they've been spray painted with gold dust.
Really pretty fish.
Yeah.
And all of us had hit the jackpot. So that's the story of Rat Trap, a lake within Lake of the Woods, a lake full of walleyes. And for good reason, a lake less traveled.
You know, a lot of those little portage lakes actually exist. It just takes extra work to get to them.
So worth it, because the payoff can be huge.
Yes.
Well, that does it for us today. We'll see you back here next week.
In the meantime, Millie, what do we say? Don't forget to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.